In this set of videos, we're talking about humanitarian reinstatements and when they are available and what to do to try to get it approved. But procedurally speaking, I'd like to discuss what happens in order to invoke the law on humanitarian reinstatements in the first place. Normally, the first part to petitioning or to immigrating to the U.S. is to have an I-130 petition filed. Now, the I-130 petition basically shows the legal relationship between the petitioner, which is the person who files the petition, such as a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident, on behalf of the beneficiary, and that's the person who will ultimately come into the United States or adjust status to that of lawful permanent residence. Now, there's different categories of I-130s. Basically, if you're a U.S. citizen, you can petition, for preferences, you can petition a son or daughter that's over 21. You can petition a sibling, assuming that you, the U.S. citizen, are over 21. You can also petition a U.S. citizen spouse or child under 21, or you can petition a parent or mother or father if you're over 21. And then if you're a lawful permanent resident, you can petition a spouse or a child who's under 21, or an unmarried child who's over 21. And also a U.S. citizen actually can also petition a child, a son or daughter who's over 21 but is married as well. And so all these different categories can have an I-130. Now, what happens in many cases, especially countries like India, the Philippines, China, ones that take many, many more years than other countries because of the number of people immigrating, is the petitioner who originally filed the I-130 dies. And the way the law is that generally, minus some exceptions, the petition also dies. So even though they've been waiting all these years, they no longer have a remedy to be able to come into the United States because the petitioner died. And that's when the law on the humanitarian reinstatement comes into effect and gives a remedy to allow you to ultimately come into the United States even though the petitioner died. Okay, more in the coming videos.